YouTube. Oh, I am live here too. Start show. Oh, hey! Welcome to the Paul Report. Goodness, it kind of snuck up on me. But hey, it's the year-end show. What does that mean? I don't know. I've never had one before, so stick around. It's going to be a great show, and if it's not, you have only yourself to blame. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome to the Paul Report. I am your host, Paul Kravitz, and I am here for the first time in a little over a month. And I gotta tell you, I don't know why we took so much time off. It's just been one of those things. And I do want to thank each and every one of you. If you've been here before, I want to thank you for coming back. If you're brand new to the show, I want to thank you for joining us. All the folks in the chat, I'll get to you in a moment, but I thank you all for being there. And I'm going to give a quick recap. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I've been having this persistent in my throat lately. I'm going to give a quick recap of what's been happening with me during this last month. Actually, you know what?
Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
Let me sum up what's been going on. So, Thanksgiving was good. Christmas was good. I ate too damn much. Joel had a birthday. I had a birthday. And work is about the same. Now, as part of this recap, we're going to go ahead and do the final one for the year, the Paul Report Health Update. All right, so the health update is going to be quick because this is a quick recap. My wife and I joined the gym in late November, and we both started using an app called FitnessPal to count calories. And we started this prior to the holidays, which probably wasn't a really good idea in the long run, but in fact, I think it was a fantastic idea. So allow me to explain.
Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
So from December 15th through the 25th, these 10 days, there's a lot of stuff going on in this family. All right. So we joined the gym in late November, and I should say those 10 days involve a lot of food. So we joined the gym in late November and started counting calories. Between late November and December 15th, I lost 10 pounds in that amount of time due to my eating like a bird, but getting my calories in, and also going to the gym. I also got a personal trainer, which is very exciting because he's a great guy, and he's been helping me out a lot and getting my body moving, and all the pain is starting to go away. So that's good. So I lost 10 pounds prior to December 15th. Now, that was Joel's birthday. So it's dinner and cake, all right? Then we get 5 days later, we got my birthday, dinner, and cake. And then 5 days after that, it's Christmas. Christmas. Do they have Christmas in France, Monique? Would that be considered a Christmas movie? We'll discuss that later. So in those 10 days, I weighed myself on the 26th of December, and I had gained 7 pounds back. Now, you may say, Paul, 7 pounds, Jesus H. Christ, what's going on? Yeah. Well, think about this for a second. If I hadn't started working out in the beginning of the month and I just kept eating the way I was eating, I probably would have gained weight before the 15th. On top of that, the 7 pounds I gained during the holiday and the birthdays, then I'd be way over. So here I am at net minus 3 pounds getting through the holidays. I consider that a win. So the reason why I'm doing all this and why my wife is doing it is we want to be healthier. And my wife is awesome at doing the calorie counting thing. I suck at it. I really do. I am just horrible at it, but I'm forcing myself to get through it, and I watch her doing it, and it's like that 80s commercial when the kid is confronted by his nebbish looking dad going, "I found this in your closet. Where did you learn how to do this?" And the kid turns to him and goes, "I learned it from watching you." Parents who do drugs have kids that do drugs. Quite frankly, the father just looked a little too nebbish to be smoking the marijuana. But who am I? So my goal for this whole workout dieting thing is to get my hernia from the surgery that happened friggin' almost 2 years ago, to get that fixed. Because they wouldn't do it unless I dropped like 30 pounds, and that was like 10 pounds ago. So I have like about 20 more pounds to lose. And then hopefully, I can shrink my stomach down a bit through the exercise and the cardio and the working out. And hopefully they can fix the hernia so my belly can go back to looking like a belly and not like a lumpy ass. Because no one likes to have a lumpy ass on their belly. Right? Am I right? Am I right? So I'm hoping that to be done in summer of 2023. All right, and next week, I am continuing with the needles in the eye to help my floaters, which I skipped an appointment back in December because of time off from work and all this stuff. And so I delayed it till the first week of January when I had more vacation time. And good golly, Miss Molly, you wouldn't think that little bit of time would have been a problem, but guess what? It was a problem. I'm seeing more spots and stuff. So, yay me. So that week is that. And I got some other scans coming up from stuff. I don't know. I'm not worried until they tell me to worry. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. All right, that's it for the health update. Let's get out of it. Here we go. Where are you? There you are. Get out of here. Fantastic. One of the new things we also did this fall, early winter, is that we went out and invested in a snowblower. Now, for all you snowmen out there, get the smile off your face, okay? But we got a snowblower because, quite frankly, ever since my surgery, I've been a little bit off as far as extenuating labor and leaning over and picking up and shoveling. And I'm going to be honest with you, I shouldn't talk smack about them, but my kids, they're kind of useless in the shoveling department. I didn't raise them right. They don't shovel, and I don't know why. I should get them out there this year. But anyway, we got a snowblower, and I'm kind of excited about using it. I know Jen's excited for using it, and we're hoping, well, I hope we don't get any snow, and that'll be great, but I like to think we get a snow. Well, if we get snow, we can use it and not have to break our backs shoveling out the driveway and the sidewalk and all that good stuff. So I'm very, very happy about that. Now, another thing that happened, and one other thing. Right around Thanksgiving, a little bit after Thanksgiving, I think it was, Jen noticed some water in the cabinets in our kitchen, like a leak. I know, a water leak in this house? Impossible. But anyway, we saw water in the back of the cabinets. And then we saw water kind of seeping out of the backsplash, which is like all stone. So we're thinking, what now? So at first we thought it was the roof. So I ended up going upstairs and went out to the roof because there's a part of the house where there's an addition. And that's where the water would come in. So I look out there and I'm thinking, I don't see anything out here that would indicate water getting in. Everything looked tight and sealed and no damage and stuff like that. So we kind of were like, what are we going to do? So one day, while water was seeping again, my wife noticed that it sounded like water was running. And it turns out that the third floor bathroom was running. So it was running for long periods of time. So we stopped the running of the water, and surprisingly, the leak stopped and everything started drying up. So now we're thinking, oh, great, there's some leak between the third floor and the first floor that's causing this problem. And I was thinking, I don't know of any way water would come over here without touching somewhere else. So we had a plumber. We called for a plumber early in the month, and they finally showed up this week. Not finally, we knew they were showing up this week, and they came. Nice guy, he's been here before. And we found out, I never noticed it before in the 5 years we've been in this house. I never noticed that there was a return stack for the third floor bathroom on the other side of the basement. And wouldn't you know that goes right behind the kitchen, or right through the kitchen on that wall that was leaking. Now we scratch our heads going, how is this happening? What's going on? So the plumber was looking around, and then he finally moved the stove out of the way and kind of chipped through the wall a little bit at the base, and he found that the stack was right at the water line. Now, we went up a little further, and you know how you have cabinets above your stove that has the fan underneath and the light. Well, if you look in the cabinets, you see that there are two holes that don't have screws in them, and then there are other screws in the center that look like they're relatively new. And then you got screws on the right-hand side that hold up that side. So here's what we believe happened. And I can't write this. This is just real life, kids. Here's what we believe happened. That when they originally put the cabinets in, back in 1990-something, the previous owners, when they drilled into the wall to put up the cabinets, they drilled right through the PVC piping, okay? And it just stuck there. Now, fast forward to 2019, when our house floods, my contractor takes those screws out to take the cabinets down to redo the kitchen. Now, when he goes to put the cabinet back up, he probably realized that there's a stud here, but not here. So what he does is he probably put it into the stud, which is in the middle, and left the other two holes undone. Unscrewed, if you will, or no screws. So now the cabinet's back up, but now this PVC pipe, which is right in line with those screw holes, has two holes in it. When the water starts running constantly, water is bound to get out. So this freakish thing started 30 years ago and didn't come to fruition until 2019 when the cabinets were put back in, and then it took all that time because the toilet never ran before, for the toilet running, that the water started seeping out. So this time bomb happened 30 years ago. So F me and F this house. So now we got to go through my bedroom and take out a piece of wall so the plumber can come in and replace that bit of PVC with the two holes in it. And hopefully we can get everything back to relative normalcy. Everybody, take a drink. Delicious. All right, let me quickly go to the chat and see who is here. All right, let's see. I see I'm here. Good. Stan's here. Hey, Stan, welcome to the show. We will see if your shameless promotions of my show have bared any fruit. Michelle was here. Thank you, Michelle. I hope you have a wonderful New Year's with you, your mom, and Bray. Mary's here. Yay, Mary. Thank you, Mary, for showing up. And, of course, my bride. Hello, bride. You were sleeping a little early. I wasn't even sure you'd make it up for the show, but I'm glad you're here. And all of a sudden, I'm down to one viewer. That's kind of weird. That's a little bizarre. And there's nothing in the chat. Maybe it was oh well, whatever. You can watch it on the replay. So New Year's Eve is coming up in a couple days. And ever since probably 35, 40 maybe, I've decided that I don't want to go out anymore on New Year's Eve unless I travel like the day before and I stay wherever I am for the whole night and then leave the next day. Because driving on New Year's Eve is my version of amateur hour, where people just, one, drive while impaired more often. People are just dumb on New Year's Eve. And it's just a lot of crazy driving, and I do not want to become a statistic. I do not want people I know to become a statistic, so I hope that the people stay in, and the people who do go out are extra careful to, have a designated driver, not drink at all, make their way home, all that good stuff. We don't want to be sad after New Year's Eve and find out some tragedy happened to someone that we know of, something that was avoidable. So this year, I am making my bride dinner, and that dinner is going to consist of prime rib. Going to make my first prime rib. Going to make some green beans almondine. I'm going to make some Yorkshire pudding. And for dessert, there'll be a salad too, probably maybe a Caesar salad. And for dessert, creme brulee. All made by this guy. And why? Why not? It's that time of year to have a nice meal. And again, I'm working these last 7 days to make sure that I don't gain a lot of weight, or lose weight during all this time. So when I get to New Year's Eve, I can have that creme brulee. It's going to be a little ramekin of it. It's not going to be a large one. It's going to be a little one. And that'll be fun. That'll be a good time. Now, I am a little confused because I am showing just one viewer at the moment. So I'm not sure if there's a technical issue going on, or if people are just getting bored with me blabbering. So if you're here, you just want to say something, say hello. If you don't mind, that would be nice. Just so I know. Because this next part of the show is kind of reliant on audience participation, perhaps. So if you're here, just say hello. I'm going to take a drink for a moment. Josh! Welcome to the show, Josh. Josh, since you're here, I want to mention to you that I saw your stand-up debut, and you picked the perfect room to have a debut in. Why? Because one, it taught you how to be patient with a crowd or a lack thereof. All right. I see that you're with company and you're going to be heading out, but it is good to see you as well. And I'm thinking in the new year, I need to have you as a guest on this show to talk about stuff, your show, your stuff. So yeah, definitely we can talk comedy. I could talk about my first couple shows, how that went back in the 90s. So yeah, we should definitely have a show together and have you as a guest. Absolutely. So whatever you do tonight, have fun. Give Blue a couple scratches behind the ears for me, and we'll see you another time. So thanks for dropping in, though. I appreciate it. All right. And I have seen your home studio. At least I've seen the camera view of it. I haven't seen the whole thing. But yeah, absolutely. And absolutely, my friend, you take care of yourself, and we will talk soon. So Josh is the son of my friend Jim, who lives down in Texas. Jim and I have known each other since 7th grade. Josh is his son. And I think I have to say that I want to say I was there or there shortly thereafter when you were born. I think there was one of the three of you, between you and your two sisters, that I wasn't there shortly after the birth. But I know I was there shortly after Brittany was born, like the same day. And I think you were the other one that I was there for. I think it was Sydney who I wasn't there for. So, go figure. I failed in my duties as the best man. So, I also was best man at his father and his mother's wedding. I was late because of traffic going up to Maine, but I can't be held responsible for that. All right, so I want to know, what movies did you watch this year? Or I should say, what movies didn't you watch this year that you normally watch at the holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa time of the year? Because it is the most wonderful time of the year. And while you're putting your stuff into the chat, I'm going to tell you that I saw none of the movies I normally watch this year. The movies I typically watch this time of year, in no order of importance, are Love Actually. What? You call this A Wonderful Life? It's a Wonderful Life. Christmas Vacation. The trilogy of Frosty, Rudolph, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. While not a movie, it's still an annual event. And Shut Up to Bruce Willis. It is a Christmas movie. I typically watch Die Hard this time of year, but I watch none of them this year. Why? I have no idea. This whole season went by so damn fast. It was like this, and it was over. So I don't know, man. So what movies did you know? What things did you normally watch that you didn't watch this year? And I know you got a few people watching, so hopefully you'll get some response in the chat. But while we're waiting, I'm just going to continue on because I don't want any lulls. This past year on the Paul Report, just a quick recap, had several guests. We had our first in-studio recipient of the GFY Award, which was Brian Cooper, who was nominated by Dan Capello, a former co-host of this show this year. He nominated Brian because Brian wussed out on getting a beer at a restaurant after helping Dan move some stuff. And Brian, instead of getting a drink, opted to get, quote, a juicy Pepsi. And Brian also said, I quote, I don't need alcohol to have fun. Now, of course, Brian has been proven wrong on those very words just by looking at his Facebook posts daily. Brian is very rarely seen without some sort of drink, whether near or in his hand. So to say that he needs alcohol might be a stretch, but he definitely is having that non-juicy Pepsi, if you know what I mean. But Brian was here to accept his award. We also had our first in-studio guest in the way of Andre Provencher, who was our movie expert here in the Paul Report. He came in and did the show, sat right across from me. Paul Report listeners Mary and Eddie joined Jen and myself to the New England Film Orchestra for their Halloween concert. And Jen and I also saw the New England Film Orchestra perform in Lowell over the summer. And I want to give a big, big thank you to Gina Nagar and the rest of the NEFO for 2 great shows that we saw. I did miss the one in December that was based on silent films and them doing the score for silent film, which I thought would be very interesting, but it was conflicting with how my birthday celebration, and I am looking forward to seeing them in the new year as well. So we had a lot of stuff going on this year on the Paul Report, and next year, just to kind of talk about it a little bit, I am hoping to have a new set, kind of work on that over the next several weeks. We should have a show next week, but I'll be working on the set for the next couple weeks. I'm looking to line up even more guests. I am also looking to get into the, I don't know what I want to call it, the short film thing. Like, I am working on creating a serialized narrative to air each week on the Paul Report. So it would be like a 2 or 3 minute video that is part of a bigger story. So it would be shown in parts. So maybe it would be like a 20-minute story shown in 2-minute segments, or maybe a half hour shown in 3-minute segments. I don't know yet, but it's something that I'm looking to do. I'm also I want to like do some parody work maybe. I don't know if anyone will go out there and look at it. I don't have a link, but if you go out to, I want to say if you go out to markscalia.com, and let me see if I have his name here somewhere. Let's see. Where is Mark's name? I don't see it here. Maybe he is here. Let's see. Yes. That's his name, Mark Scalia. Just don't have any space in it. So markscalia.com. And I think he has a link out there for his Christmas Carol fiction, which is a take on a scene from Pulp Fiction with, well, you'll have to see it to understand it, but it's very well done, and that's kind of a thing that I would like to try and do, because I got so many rad tools here, man. So that's something else that we can look forward to in the new year on the Paul Report. What else? On location stuff. I really would love to do an on location show, like go somewhere, hopefully in warmer weather, be honest with you, but go somewhere and just be live and have a show from outside in the world somewhere. Maybe even driving in my car. We can have someone else board hopping for me. But because my wife loves it when I do a show from the car, like I used to do when I drove home from work in New Hampshire. I would do a whole thing, the whole drive home. She hated it because I was being dangerous. So those things are coming up in the Paul Report for 2023. I feel like the Go F Yourself Award, which I gave out a lot in the beginning of this year, is probably going to be retired. If not retired, then maybe it might be an annual award at the end of the year. Just because I feel like when I was doing the GFY award, I was paying so much attention to politics and all this stuff. And what I realized about myself is that I freaking hate politics. I do. I don't like it. Me no likey. So I'm going to try to move away from that. Now, I'm not going to say I'll never talk about politics, but what I might do is just bring up a point and let you all just sort of discuss it out, because I haven't got the stomach for it anymore, to be honest with you. So the world will move on without my involvement in politics. I'll still pay attention and listen, but I am not going to do a lot of talking about it. So instead of politics, I like to do something a little fluffier. And that is, I'm going to start Viewer of the Week. Now, it may not be an actual viewer, but the meaning can also mean something that I viewed, and I viewed somebody do something, so they are my viewer of the week. And if someone does something nice to somebody, I want to call attention to it, because let's be honest with you, there's enough negativity in this world to fill up the world plus some. So why not spread a little positivity, a little bit of yay versus nay? Does it sound fluffy and stuff? Yeah, it does. But you know what? That's okay. Why not? Right? Right. Live and let live. Right? Right. So that's another change coming to the Paul Report for next year. What was some of my other segments that I had? Let me just go to my little board here. So we had the Tachyon Report. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but here, let me play the promo for the Tachyon Reporter to remind you of what it is, if you've never seen it before.
The tachyon particle. It is theorized to make time travel possible. After tinkering with an old Atari 2600 console, Paul disappeared into the past. This past Paul is now known as the Tachyon Reporter.
All right, so that's the Tachyon Reporter. So the premise behind that is that sometimes in my life I forget that I do stuff. And then I get a call from the past, from me, reminding me what I did. And it's a live call that happens only on when I'm doing the show. It just seems like they know when I'm doing the show, and the call only comes in then. And then I'm reminded of what I did, because I don't remember it until they call. So that is something that I'm going to be doing more of. At least I think I'll be doing more of. Who knows? But I like to keep that one around. There's another one that I did that was called, it was called F the Kids. And let me just play the promo for that, because I love this promo.
This is so beautiful. I wish the kids could be here.
F the kids.
I hate Uncle Jamie.
All right. So, and that was a segment I did when kids get the short end of the stick somehow, some way. Not like death. Death is on the line. But more like, a kid, something, like maybe me when I was a kid or something happened to me or whatever. But, I really didn't do much with that. So I might put that on the chopping block. But, I'm not going to retire it right now, much like a GFY. I'm not going to do that. And then there was one more item, two more that I have, but this one never really got off the ground because I didn't really pay attention to it past the first time I did it. So, I actually have a segment for it tonight. So here is something called Not Funny. All right, so a buddy of mine was going through Reddit, and he found a recipe for in-car chocolate chip cookies. So what the premise was is that when it gets hot out and your car gets extra hot, you can bake cookies in the car. So this Reddit thing said, it gave instructions. And they said, I make the dough and I put it on the tray and I put it on the dashboard. And I know when they're done when the kids stop crying. And that's awful. That could also fall under F the Kids, I guess. But I think that's hilarious. As a teenager, I thought that was hilarious. But maybe not so funny now. But I truly thought it was funny. So oh boy. All right. And there was one more that I did. And it was called The Hut Place. the hot place, what I would typically do is I would be in this red field, and I would be talking about things that really bug the crap out of me. And then I have a timer over here that is for 5 minutes. That's how much time I have on this segment to get my thoughts out and be angry about it. And then when I'm done being angry about it, I can just let it go. It's like my 5-minute therapy session, and you guys are my therapist. But I really don't have anything for today, or do I? No, I really don't have anything for today. Well, actually, maybe I do. I'll entertain you for just a couple minutes and then I'll shut this thing off. But we had a customer at work who, from the very first day, they were a handful. And this has been going on for almost 2 weeks now. And this customer needs to do something, and we have told this customer several times on how to get that done. And that requires him to call somebody else. Now, this customer, I guess, doesn't want to do that. He wants somebody to do it for him. And we're saying, all you need to do is talk and tell them what you need, and they're going to do everything for you. Nope. Need someone to just do it on my command. So I guess the other day, he called and spoke to one of my coworkers, and they suggested again that he talk to this group to get it done. He refused to do it, and he hung up. So the very next day, he sends an email, a very angry email, and he says, I don't know what's wrong with your business. If this is how you people treat your customers, if I treat my customers like you did, I'd be out of business. I better get something done with this right now, or I'm going to make it my life's mission to find each and every one of your bosses and tap dance on their head. Now, first of all, F you, idiot. Okay? Secondly, F you again. Does it, make any sense to make those kind of threats? I don't know about you, but I don't take kindly to threats. I wanted to write back and said, I'm sorry, this conversation has been terminated, and this is what you need to do, and that's it. We will no longer respond to you if you're going to make threats. Now, I know it's one of those threats you make, like, oh, I'm going to tap dance on your grave. But the way he said it, and his demeanor, I guess, kind of pissed me off a little bit. It really did. And I didn't say this to my coworkers very much. I said a little bit of it, but I was just like, you know what? This guy just sucks. And I would hate to work for him. And I would hate to do business with him, knowing that he's this kind of an a-hole, that he talks to other people like that and emails like that. I mean, I can only imagine how he talks to his wife. I mean, really. I mean, it just seems like a total dink, wrapped up in dink and surrounded by more dink. So I'm not going to say anything about the business or where they are or who they are, because that would be going against anything that I have with my non-disclosure with work, but I could talk about situations. But this guy really needs an attitude adjustment. And what I'm really hoping is that his Cadillac, because I know he drives a Cadillac, I just know he does, gets smashed in the back end, and he can get out and be all upset because it's the other person's fault for hitting him. And then this guy tap dances all over his head for being a dink, surrounded in dink, covered in dink. All right. So that is what the hot place is all about. So I may keep this for the next, little while, but I'm not going to retire it, much like the Tachyon Report or the health update. But TPR, the Go F Yourself award is out of here. It's going to be reduced down to a once a year, end of year award that I'll give to somebody. All right, let's go back to our regularly scheduled program already in progress. I guess I have to do it myself, maybe. Yeah, I guess I got to do it myself. Uh-oh, I turned myself on here. Okay. There we go. Hi, everybody. Yay, everybody. All right, so I haven't seen any action in the chat in a while, so I don't even know who's here anymore, but that's okay. I got a couple more things I want to talk about, and then if anyone wants to watch this on the replay, that'd be great. Sad news that we heard of the football legend, or as we call it here in the States, soccer. Pele did pass away at the age of 82. Some of you may remember Pele from the 1970s when he, he's been playing since the 50s, I think. 50s? Yeah, as a young kid, he played in he was like 18 or he was close to 18 in the 1950s, late 50s. They had like 58 or something. I think he was born in like 1940. Yes, he was born in 1940. So he was about 18 years old in 58 is when he, started making it big in Brazil. And it wasn't until the 70s where he became very famous. And he was one of the first people to bring a national soccer league to the States when he left Brazil and came to the States and signed on with the New York Cosmos, I think it was. He played here in Boston at one of our stadiums as a member of the Cosmos. I don't think he played for a Boston team. But he was credited with bringing soccer and making it very popular here in the States. He was in a movie with Sylvester Stallone called Victory. So there was that. He was also a failed businessman on many counts. So he made some bad investments. So he was always in need of money, doing endorsements, stuff like that. But in his later years, he got sick, and he did die in a hospital with his family around him at the age of 82. So if you ever get a chance to hop onto YouTube and catch out some of this guy's moves, just, you got these soccer players from today who, are great and stuff, but Pele was the original. And I just remember watching him do one of those overhead kick things and pretty amazing stuff for back then. And so he's the one who's often imitated, never duplicated. So to Pele, he's gone home, kids. He's gone home. All right. Something that happened to me just recently, and I really hope that someone can hone in on this and answer my question, but does anyone else get sucked in to like the TikTok, Facebook reels, and it's like when you look up, like 2 hours have passed since you last looked up? Does this happen to anybody else? Because I swear, I feel like I'm looking at these for like maybe 15 minutes, and I look up and so much time has passed. I get sick sometimes thinking about it, how long I've been watching them. But I got to be honest, there are only a couple of them that I actually truly enjoy watching. One of them is called Dock Talk, which is a bunch of guys sitting on a dock, whether it's warm weather or now cold weather, and they're telling dad jokes, which I think is hilarious because they crack themselves up. And the other one I like is this guy who watches like fake TV commercials and he reacts to them. And that's very funny as well because he plays some really dumb commercials. So that kind of makes me chuckle. But there's so many other ones that I just want to reach out and just strangle whoever made them. Not the person who posted them. I mean, unless it's the same person. But there are some people who post stuff, or the creators of these things, like, I'm trying to think of one that I saw just yesterday or today. Oh, it says, "This saved me so much time." That's all it says on the screen. And they take a piece of tinfoil and they crumple it up and they put it into the dishwasher. Doesn't tell us what it does. doesn't tell us why, doesn't tell us anything. And you go into the comments, and the freaking comments are like worse than the video themselves, because people are like, what's the big deal? Okay, I'm going to accept this only because it was, let's see, accept. All right, let's see what's happening here. Close. Okay. Sorry, just my beloved sent me a photo, and yeah, Kimberly, yay, Kimberly's here. Hi, and happy holidays to you, and happy belated birthday, and I hope everything is well with you, and I hope you have a happy new year. And do you get sucked into those TikTok videos? That's what I need to know. That's what I need to know. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just curious if anyone else gets sucked into those TikTok videos. Oh my God. There's another one that I watched that, there's another one I watch, another type of one that I watch. This guy goes up to a girl who was with another guy, and he walks up to her and says, hey, I think you're pretty. I think you want to go out with me. And she's like, I have a boyfriend. And then he goes, well, I have a goldfish. And she's like, what does that mean? And he goes, well, I thought we were talking about things that don't matter. And then she ends up walking away with the new guy with the goldfish line. Are you kidding me? Seriously, are you kidding me? That's not funny. That's not funny at all. Stupid is what it is. And I get sucked into them. I don't get it. Just don't get it. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. Well, yeah. New Year's Eve in a couple days. I want everyone to be safe. I want everyone to be joyous. And we're ringing 2022 out the door, kicking it, screaming it, get out the door, you bastard. And then 2023 is going to come in. I do not make any resolutions anymore. As a kid, I made resolutions and nothing ever happened. As an adult, I made resolutions and nothing ever happened. So now, let me see if I can do this in a Pacino voice. And now, I make no resolutions, and I'm okay. Ooh-ah, I'm okay. So, I got the Pacino voice. Yeah. I'm also going to be working on my impressions throughout the year for next year. I'll be working on the Pacino. I'll be working on the Jeff Goldblum. Thank you. Ooh-ah! No. I'll be working on the Jeff Goldblum. I can't do it right now because the throat is at a different space than the Jeff Goldblum needs more of a softer type of, ooh, ah, yes, ooh, ah, yeah, ooh, look over there. It's a stegosaurus. It's got munch, munch, munch. And then chaos. Ooh, bippity boppity. Ah, I need more of a softer voice for the Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, so I'll be working on more impersonations. Of course, I'll still do the Vizzini. Never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line. We got that one. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be working on more imitations. So I think, let me get out of this. Let me go to this. All right. Hopefully that'll come back in a second. All right. let me see what else we have on my list here. Just so you know, the Cowboys are leading at the start of the second half. It just showed up in my thing here. If you people, you folks, you wonderful listeners are able to, can you tell me a little bit about your year? Your likes, your dislikes? Well, let's talk about them a little bit. And since I'm running so late, I was going to give you a surprise, but I'll tell you, if we can get a few people chatting, we can end this show with a game of Hangman. So, let's chat it up for a few minutes, and we'll end it with Hangman, and then we'll head out to 2023, drink in hand, right to the living room, kids. No driving for this guy. All right. Likes, dislikes about this past year. None? No one? No one at all. But I gotta tell you, if you're watching, just pop in the chat. Say hi. I'm not gonna make fun of you. I'm not gonna do a lot. We got Kim's talking. Josh was here. Stan was here a little while ago. I don't know what Stan went to. As we all have, Kim, you're right in the crowd with all the rest of us. We have ups and downs. We definitely learn lessons. Some lessons we'll never learn, but and hoping for a new year. Of course, the new year is going to bring those new challenges. It's going to bring some crap. There's inevitably going to be crap every single year, whether it's locally, nationally, globally, there's going to be crap. And it's how we all deal with it that makes it all, worthwhile. Stan, for you, I completely understand. And not so much do trucks suck, but the people who drive them and then cause damage and then don't stick around to take responsibility for their actions. Those people suck. And I know there might be forgiveness in your heart, but quite frankly, I'd let him stew in hell for a little bit and then forgive him. That's what I would do. If someone causes me that much pain and suffering and financial damage, I let them burn for a little bit. And then I would be kind enough to forgive them in my heart so that they can, get out of the hell that they're in. But, for not stopping, for not taking responsibility, hurting my friend, head south, my friend, head south to where the rocks are red and the flames are high. That's what I say. So, yeah. It's a damn shame, man, but I'm glad you're doing better. And once again, as I mentioned on Facebook, this has been a theme throughout my life and Paul's life where we just run into each other at random moments, at random places. That's been going on for 20 years now, 20, 30 years now. We run into each other in different places. And the fact that I didn't even know that he doesn't even live up here anymore makes it even more wacky. So it was good to run into him and stuff like that. So, yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to play the Hangman. Let me get it set up here, and then we can end the show on this. All right. So let me do this. And let me see if I can get this right. Let's see. All right. Let's see if this works. Hold on. Hey, how do you like that? It's Hangman. All right. Now, I need my pen. And I need to get a word. Oh, hold on. Got to get my pen out. All right. It's, I need the hint. It makes a sound. All right. There's our hint. It makes a sound. So please, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-letter word then, and it makes a sound. Let the guessing begin now. This is a great time for those of you who haven't said anything to come on and just guess. An R. We have one R. All right. Anyone else? Kimberly at S. We have one S. Oh, this might go quicker than I thought. All right. Anybody else? Stan, Kim, anyone else who might be watching or listening? There are 3 others out there. Come on. You can do it. Give me a letter. A. There is an A. M. There is no M. We have a head. All right. Anybody else? Oh, I need music for this, too. I always say I need music for this. Let's see if this works. All right. I only have 3 minutes on this song, and then it starts talking. So, and it's almost 3 minutes to 10, so we got to finish this before 10 o'clock, because I turn into a pumpkin. A T and an H. There's no T. There is no H. Oh, wait, we have to block off S, A, and R. All right. No T, no H. That's that. Okay. Is there no one else listening? I love you guys. An N. There is no N. Come on, you guys can get this. It makes a sound. An E. 2 E's. Remember, it's not about the letters you guess, it's about the first person to come up with the word. Dun 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 dun. Go, 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 go. Woo, 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 woo. That's annoying. Kimberly gets it. It is a speaker, which was, let me just go back here. Ugh. Because I have a speaker right here, and that's where I got the word from. Ha ha! Alrighty. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here. Oh. Lola's here with me tonight. Look at her. Isn't she the sweetest? Oh my God. Should have brought the dog out earlier. People would start talking then. Oh, I gotta get rid of this. Okay. Well, that was fun. Kimberly, you don't win anything other than bragging rights, and you can say you won the last hangman on the Paul Report this year. Isn't that exciting, Lola? Isn't that exciting? Certainly is. Do I get a finger kiss? I got finger kiss. I love this puppy. All right. So that's it for the Paul Report for 2022. I hope you guys have a great New Year's, a safe New Year's. Please come back in 2023. And if you're new but didn't say anything, by all means, please come back. And maybe you can just say hi. And that would be great. And Lola will not be back for the next show. Oh, I love working with this animal. She is amazing. She's awesome. She just wants to get out of here. All right, you can go. You can go. See you later. She's very camera shy. All right. Stan, Kim, thank you. For those who were here, Jen, Mary, Michelle, who else was here? I think that was all we had. Josh, who was here, and me, I was here. All right, to everybody, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. Sorry I We were away for a month, but we will be back next week in the new year. And we will talk about whatever we need to talk about. So be well. Stay blessed. Peace out. Don't drink and drive. And if you do, ride a bicycle. All right, kids. Have a good week. We'll see you next time. Hey! 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 I'll see you next year. Hey! Hey! Oh, my goodness. All right, peoples. Bye-bye.